this here knocking your high fidelity. Make sure this here knocking your high fidelity.
I'm going down to St. James Infirmary. See my baby there, she's just not on my table. She's so sweet, so cold, so fair. Let her go, let her wherever she may be. She will search this wide world over, but she'll never find another sweet man like me. Now when I tie baby in my straight leg breeches, put on a box back, put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain, so you can let all the boys know I died.
Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great morning. I sure know I am. It's another morning stream. Another morning stream on our end. Give me 1 second. Let me see something is working right. Alright, sorry. I just had a bit of a mic issue for a second. My mic was unplugging back and forth a lot. So this is the second part of the Uncle Gum shit we've been doing since yesterday. I did a Uncle Gum stream yesterday. This is kind of like part 2 of that stream. So we're gonna keep continuing on Uncle Gum for a little bit. I know that a bunch of other stuff been going on. I know I just did a video on the whole Asmongold versus Elon Musk. In case anyone asks my opinion on this, my opinion is Asmongold, it's just two different class of people fighting it out with no real value to society. In a sense, you have a technocrat who probably insecure because, like, let's be honest, the last couple weeks, like couple days, he's been getting a lot of shit with his takes on migration and India and all that. And obviously, Asmongold is Asmongold, a guy who's like 30 and hasn't cleaned up his room, probably hasn't even bought new clothes in a while. You know, not saying that buying new clothes is like, oh, a status or a symbol, but like every so often buying just a new pair of jeans or buying a new pair of shorts or whatever, it's kind of nice. It shows you're trying to at least be healthy minded. Right? It's just two people fighting it over about things that are just kind of stupid, right? Who gives a shit if Elon Musk is not always playing Path of Exile 2 or Diablo 4, right? It's like, who cares? Probably, as I said, like, he's probably playing the game, you know, he's probably playing the game most of the time, but when it comes to something like small that, you know, he can't spend hours on, he probably hires somebody who does it, you know, and then you got, like, it's funny his comment about like Asmongold is not good at the game, which is true. Some people, but someone would say, "Oh, what about the War?" Like, yeah, but like compared to how many other people who play World of Warcraft longer than Asmongold, who probably don't even get recognized, right? The only reason Asmongold gets recognized is because he's a big influencer, he's a big streamer, so he's more likely to be recognized compared to you know, other people who've been playing the game longer. And then obviously you got the whole him like being unverified, which is a petty as hell. But like, is that not on brand with these people who are known to be petty? Like, you know, and the thing is, like, as much as Asmongold is closer to me in terms of like not in wealth, but sort of in terms of like being born within our position in life. I would even say that I agree more with Elon than I do with Asmongold, right? The guy is kind of like a little bit discontent, a little disconnected by reality and where he started. And obviously Elon has always been like rich, so it's a little different. It's just like, again, it's who pick your favorite class. Do you pick the technocrat who is very much down to detail about everything, or do you pick the influencer who can't even clean up his own room, right? Who spent the last 10, I want to say 10, but spent like the better months of a decade rotting in his own sewer, right? Rotting in his own flesh and filth, like a warhammer demon. That's where basically it is. I know there's other stuff. I know the whole leak ballbacks, which is like, all right, it's a little fucking weird. Um, and then I know yesterday, like the last 2 days, I think I gotta do a video on it, or at least just cover a little bit about the whole locale life situation about like Kim acting up. Apparently, locale court has been canceled. I gotta find the exact clip of that, because if it is canceled, then like that looks really bad on Kim. That looks bad on Kim because you had a show that you were promoting. You had a lot of uh you had a lot of time to really get it out there, and now it's canceled. And if it is canceled, or at least it's taking longer to produce, um, like that's bad. That's that's really really bad. Uh, and you can only blame really like the people behind it. You can only really blame like the people behind. Like I mean, obviously you kind of have to blame it on Keem. Kakeem should be blamed for a lot of the shit. But also, like, Ken and those people, like, they should have done a bunch of test stream, even if it was just them fucking around, or just them not doing much. Like, who would have cared, right? Who would have cared if they did a stream? They brought a lot of people, set up a court, and just try to get the feel of it. I just felt that Kim was trying to do like a Judge Judy type of situation, and I think it just did not work out. It just did not work out. Again, I gotta look into it. If it is canceled, that's a shame. Uh, and if I was to guess why it was canceled, again, the failed stream, um, the whole situation with Ken getting unmodded and remodded, it probably like, you know, that's probably sparked a lot of issues. That sparked a lot of issues. So it's it's kind of funny. Well, not funny. It's just sad. And it really proves in my like the videos I made that it's sort of the first death nail of the show. And with recently with Kim going up with getting uppity with Kim and Boogie and Wings, I'm a little tired. I really just woke up less than an hour ago, so give me a bit. Uh, no, an hour and a half ago I woke up. Um, I would say that Kim really harping on Boogie and Boogie and Wings kind of just like really pushing back. Do I think that's scripted? I don't think so. I actually think that is actually a genuine thing. Cause they are known. They have messed up a bunch of streams in the past, right? But like, how many times have Keem messed up in his own right, or like when he hosts, there were so much technical problems, right? And obviously, you can make the case like it's the easiest job in the world. Which is like, oh yeah, it is probably easy. You're making a lot of money, but like you're working with Keem. It kind of balances out. I don't think most people realize that if you work with Keem, he's probably gonna tear you a new asshole. Like, I just don't think people realize that, right? I don't think people realize that at all. That if you're working with Keem, prepare for your asshole to be ripped into new. Okay, I think we got all of that out of the way. I think we're gonna jump into Uncle Gum again. This is the second part of the
And I
stream.
did.
One thing I should probably say is I should go back to all my streams and just edit the name, do a lot of tagging and hashtagging. Because I haven't done that, I've been a little lazy. But also because my sleep schedule has been extremely messed up. I actually, believe it or not, all day yesterday, I just spent all day yesterday sleeping or barely awake. So it's kind of feel good today getting some sleep. Not a lot, but enough for me to be like, okay, let me motivate myself to do the basic for this channel, right? Right? Because this is what I should do. So let's get into this. Hope everybody can hear this. Hope everybody can hear me speak, and everybody's having a good morning. Let's start.
This is your Uncle Gumps. And this is what I look like.
A perverted guy with a
Hello,
punchable
world.
face.
Hello, YouTube.
Good to know.
Hello,
Good to
TikTok.
know.
So let's get started. Why is your Uncle Gums on TikTok doing what he's doing? Well,
Because you're a sick
because
pervert.
I can.
It's like, because I can. Like, you can
Why
obviously
did
hear it
Uncle
in his
Gums get
voice that
started
he is not happy.
on TikTok? Here's how it went. I went on there, I saw how things were, and I thought I'd give it a try. People saw my name, thought I was just a kid, so they blocked me. Once they found out I was an adult, they immediately assumed I was a predator. Just because of my name, Uncle Gums.
I don't think it's
You're a
because
predator.
of your name. I think it was more of your antics and the things you were doing. Even if it
So,
came off
After
creepy
hearing that
and weird,
for about a week or two,
it was mostly because of like
being constantly
what you were
kicked,
trying to do. Not
being
because
invited
of
up to
your
lives
name.
and kicked out of lives, just once they heard me talking.
I don't
I
think
got
it's
thinking,
because they heard you talking. I think they
if
heard
I'm
you
already going to
say
be labeled a predator,
things that you were
I might as well start acting like
you
one.
were
But I'm going to
things you
do
were
it.
saying.
But I thought I'm going to do it in the most legal way possible.
The
That's not breaking any laws.
legal way. Because like if
Just
you
to
do
be
things legally, you
weird,
can't get in trouble.
weirdly entertaining.
I like weird stuff. I like creepy stuff. I like things like meat candy. I think
And
there's
that's
something
how it
about
started.
it that is like of the uncanny valley, especially his earlier stuff. I like
Started
a
by
lot of.
singing corny songs
I think that a
and
lot of
corny
early
happy
meat
birthdays
candy was really good.
to just to whoever, to nobody really.
Early internet stuff.
And then some people
What's
saw
early internet creepy
my
stuff
corny
was
singing and thought,
interesting because
hey,
of
this guy's pretty chill.
'cause it was more
He's
underground.
not trying too hard to do anything. Let's see if he'll do a song about me. And I did. And it was catching on. And I was singing happy birthdays and happy graduations in a really corny way.
Yeah, but like you
And
came
I
out
thought it was
really
pretty cool to
creepy
get that
about
kind of
it.
attention. It wasn't much,
I think if a
but it was
parent saw an
something.
old guy singing happy birthday,
And it
unless he got
kept me
permission from the
busy.
parent and showed the receipt he
So
got
let's fast
permission,
forward a little bit.
I don't think most people would.
People
I mean,
wanted
people would still be creeped
me to
out, but
just
not.
sing
It
random
wouldn't
songs
be in the
about 'em,
same manner,
what
dude.
they post about and they're on their TikToks. And I thought
But
that
it's
was
supposed to
neat.
get banned soon, actually. I think TikTok is supposed to get banned
That
off
went
the
on
internet.
for
I
a
gotta ask you.
while.
I think it's supposed to be the 20th or the 21st
And
or
you
this
you
week.
gotta remember, most of my audience was teenagers, or what I thought was teenagers, which it didn't really matter to me.
But it does matter
People
if
are
they're a
people, right?
teenager or not. A
And I
lot of
thought,
teenagers
whatever
do
gets me
lie
the most
about their
attention
age,
works for
and
me.
that do complicate stuff for a lot of people.
And then I started hearing things after I got about 100 videos in, people started getting more noticed by different people, mostly adults, that don't have much else to do with their lives, it seems, but complain about an old man singing for teenagers. Some people just don't have no life, and they want to try to paint the picture of somebody being doing something innocent for others. But no, it's definitely has to mean something else. It just always has to.
I don't.
Isn't that sad?
No, not really.
My Discord friends. I do have friends. I did have friends. Well, Discord friends. For about.
Oh, thank you, Lee.
Well, I
Thank
had
you, Leo.
known for
Hello, I
about
just subscribed to your
10
channel
or
now,
12
and I also
years.
just gave you just like thanks, man.
And I started
That means a
doing
lot. That
silly
makes my
TikTok
day a
stuff.
lot better.
And
That really
the
makes my
climate of
day a lot better.
2024
Oh, actually, we
and
just got to 160
all
subs. Thanks,
all
man.
all the perverts out there.
Thanks so much. That actually made my day.
That,
It's gonna be a good Friday now.
my buddy saw it.
Hope you're
Oh no.
Hope you like the stream. We're gonna be covering this guy all day today, or at least for the next however long. It may not be a long stream, but maybe it may be a long stream, depending on how things play out today. But so I hope you enjoy the stream today, cause it's gonna be a wild one.
He's gone the way of the Diddy.
The
He
Doda.
must be stopped. And so they unfriended me. Boo-hoo. Maybe they weren't. In a lot of ways, they were the same as me in their humor. And we all kind of parted ways.
I
after
think
a
they
while.
parted
We
way
all
because you were
We're
posting
going through our
some
different
weird
stages in
stuff.
life growing up. And I must have just stayed the same. But it's neither here or there. And I'm not mad at any of them.
You
think
look,
I am, 'cause
you look
pretty chill
mad,
like that.
and you sound mad.
So let's get to the point of why people are so upset with what I post. Well, after doing all those videos about people, their daily lives, and what they like to do for fun, and what they're all about, some of them wanted their parents to get involved. And I
Well,
pointed
yeah,
out
because
them
they want to
too,
get involved because you're
but
you're
nobody
recruiting.
likes
Let me
to notice that. They like to
let me get the
focus
volume
on
up.
what they want to focus on, which is pretty sad.
No, it's not.
Think about it.
It's not sad.
And
Their parents being
there wasn't
parents.
too many, but it was pretty cool. The ones that did want to participate, I'm not judging the ones that didn't want to, because social media and you're going to be all over if I blew up and went viral.
They're gonna get viral because
You might not
what
want to be
you're doing.
considered in my presence, my aura,
I wouldn't want to, but
things that are now being said about me. It sucks. But yeah, most people kept saying, well, if you roast adults, if you adopt adults, people won't have a problem. And then I started roasting adults, and people could magically scroll down then and see that I had roasted kids before, but whenever I had mentioned before that they say, oh, you're hiding your face. You never show your face. You must be scared. They could never scroll down then to see my face. They're just too lazy. But they could scroll down and see the videos where I had made about kids being adopted.
Sorry.
It's pretty strange, isn't it?
I don't think it's strange, dude.
That's how TikTok is. People got one-track minds. With the allegations that I targeted the town of Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, the high school or the kids in the high school. That was never my intention. It just
Okay,
kind
but
of
then
took off. I was singing, like I said, I was singing corny videos, corny songs, which is
yeah, but like even that
which
wasn't
that
your
account has now
intention.
been banned, bananaed. But
You
I
should
still
have. The
saved all
sign
the
should have been there
videos,
for you to cut it out.
and maybe someday I'll post them all again, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, but you
Because you see,
posted.
folks, some people have threatened harm on my life because of my posts. Some people in the town.
Mind you, let me show you some of the posts offhand on his actual channel. Seem to no wait. Let me show you some stuff. Let me show you some stuff. Right, mostly on his shorts. Right. Let's look at that. Right. There's a reason. There's a reason. It's not people being Karens unironically. Right. Oh, sorry. I don't know why that's not working. There we go. Mind you, this is the kind of stuff he's kind of posting, right. Let's look. Let's look. You got these minors, and some of them are adults. Some of them down the line are adults, but a lot of these are clearly minors, right? Some of them are adults, but mostly minor. If I was someone who was good at statistics, I could have guessed that many of them were not of the age. Not of age. What was that? I didn't know anything see the video. Let's see what's this. I thought it was corny. But you know, to make my point, let's look at one video that always catches my mind. That always catches me, and I didn't think about it because I looked at him like, all right, it's this guy. Maybe he's talking about his issues. Maybe his struggles in life.
I like
Nope.
minors on TikTok.
Nope. And then obviously, you got this right here that brings up a lot in question. Can we see anything new? Oh yeah. Yep. Are you confessing him? Are you confessing into the plight that you're not as bad, or showing this man's minor? Showing this man minor. No one else made this video game. Alright, this sad, something I don't need. When an adult are in question, both good job and luck in person. Good job and luck in person. I can't go to prison because I don't wish you to go to prison. It's called the gulag, and I don't believe them because they are good for That's a wild take right there. But if you saw that, right, and that's not the only thing, right? That's not the only creepy things he's done or said, right? That's not the only thing. Obviously, you got these dolls here, which I made the case. There are some adults who do have dolls, but there's usually a reason. There's usually a particular reason why they have a doll, and it usually have to do with the fact that it used to deal with loss, or some people are so mentally, kind of gone that having a pseudo doll, using a doll as a way to I can't explain it, but I've seen it in real life where some people have dolls as a way to cope with loss or the need of a child. There are things like that in real life, and I understand that. But the way this guy does it, it's a little
Today,
creepy, right?
this little dude is Ethan, the good one. He's usually watching The Walking Dead. What is that, buddy?
Mind you, this would be very different if he
Here
was
it is.
coming off like a
Get in your
comedic, but
damn
it's
mouth.
coming off so creepy. Again, it comes off so creepy, not even like, oh, uncanny or some other way. It just comes off completely like disturbing in the worst way possible. Whereas like you can't even like make jokes or try to like come up with something nuanced. It's just
There we go.
it's bad.
It's not that hard after you've had some practice.
It's not that hard when you have some practice.
Someone
Oh,
just
I wonder
came
what
to the
that
door.
means.
I wonder who it could be. Oh, look, it's Malik again. Hooray! Malik, Ethan has gone to sleep. This.
So to give you that's more and if you think I'm going a little too if you think I'm being a little too harsh, like that's not even the worst, right? There's just again there's reasons. Some of them are adult looking, some of them are clearly minor. You don't have to like you don't have to. Right. And it's just, what makes it worse is like, dude, given a lot of things been thrown at you, it's not a good look. The fuck? Oh, sorry. Right here. Let's go back to what we were watching. Boom. Here we go.
Will always want to think of me as a predator.
I mean,
Because
what we saw
they've got no
proved
other
that
way of
you may
thinking,
be a
because they
predator.
think that's what all old people on social media are all about. Most of them are, if you think about it. But I come along, I don't look the proper way, because I don't have everything going for me in my life. So we must paint him as a predator because he looks like it. So therefore he is. So even if you are a stand-up person and you have everything going for you in your life and you post an innocent video on TikTok, just know that you too could be labeled. It could happen to anybody. It could happen to your relatives and your loved ones.
Yeah, but if it happens to your relatives, there has to
No
be
matter how innocent
there
it
has to
is.
be a rhyme or reason, right? Some get
That's just how it
falsely
goes.
accused, and that's a shame.
Another
But a
thing
lot
about
of the
TikTok
time,
is,
it's because they're doing something that is
another thing about TikTok
questionable,
is
very morally
when you get into a
wrong.
live and kids do come up into your lives, and if you start talking to them, and another group of kids, another group of young people join, and they
Yeah,
have a difference of opinion.
as an adult, as
Uh-oh.
the old man, if a kid comes onto your live, you should respectively tell them like, "Can you get off of my stream?" You just say like, you ask them, "Hey, how old are you?" And if they don't, either ask how old they are or ask, "Hey, what year were you born?" or "What's your date of your birth?" And if they answer something that is below 18, you just kick them out or just like politely say like, "Hey, I don't want minors on my stream. There's things we're saying that are messed up. You shouldn't be watching it. You should not be on this. Go." Or unless they get permission from their parents or whatever, even then the answer should be no. You as an adult should know that, right? If a minor comes up on this, like say I stream and then I have people come onto my stuff, um, but if not, like that's how I see it. You're older than me. You're twice my age, 3 times my age. You should know better. So
Oh,
it's a little
you must be a
ridiculous
predator.
that you're acting like this.
I mean, I know I'm talking about that a lot, so that must mean I'm defending it, right? I mean, that's what a lot of people seem to focus on.
The thing
The
is,
other
you have so
reason why I
many
was doing
young
this was because
people on it that
I was
it's
watching a lot of those Chris Hansen type videos and the predator hunters on YouTube and TikTok. I thought it was pretty entertaining. But and the ways they do things now, which isn't totally legal, and they're always screwing up some case, or they're just randomly assaulting people. And it's even evolved now to where they're hiring people that they know to act like predators for content and views. Now that's pretty messed up. Someone would want to volunteer to look like a predator across all social media just so their friends can get some views and make a little bit of money.
I don't think people act like a predator. I don't mean think people, unless you're showing us
And you don't see
examples.
videos about them because everybody knows it's fake.
No. I think it's because
But when your Uncle
don't do
Gums
it.
comes along and starts roasting your kids because they choose to be roasted.
Yeah,
lot of
but
them-
like that's the fault. I
let me
won't
go
deny
back.
that it's the fault of the parent. But if that's the case,
TikTok
like,
has a
that
problem
shouldn't be allowed to
with
happen.
lots of things, and I think we all know this. Certain things you can and cannot say, and you won't find out until it's too late. Well, I found out you can't have a debate in the comments with what you want to say, because I said something along the lines of being raped by a bear, and someone in the comments didn't like that, and I got a
I
violation.
really doubt it unless you're gonna show some receipts.
And I kept, and every couple of months, I kept getting a violation for that same comment,
Mm-hmm.
even though I didn't know you could get a violation for the same comment over and over and over again. So that sucks.
I think the reason you're getting a violation because of like, there's probably more to it, and you're not telling us that.
Despite the worst things that were being said up in the live, that's crazy. So with my ability to message people anymore on TikTok itself, I had to get my followers, if they wanted, to send me a snap about what they wanted to be posted.
I mean, that's even more creepy. They have to send you a snap. That's even more fucking creepy, dude.
Right. I mean, if you can't communicate, how are you supposed to interact with your followers about what they want? And
I don't know.
most of the deleted all those comments.
Right, let's get into the third part of the documentary. We're gonna watch some of this. Then we're gonna go back to his main channel and continue onwards.
Can look at any situation and make a decision for themselves. If I should decide to press charges against you for the defamation that you're bringing to the table, I'm not totally going to do it out of the money aspect, because I know I probably wouldn't win much from you anyway. I might just try to see if anyone out there would like to take the case. They get to keep.
I don't think many lawyers would take the case, especially if there's evidence and stuff showing of the creepiness. Most lawyers would just straight up deny you, or out of just, even if they do take on your case, their reputation would be ruined. Right? Unless there's genuine proof, no one's gonna take your case.
Any of the winning proceedings for themselves.
No, they're not.
Because I'm just doing this out of character, to protect my character.
Am I allowed to say I like this picture? Can you guys guess where this comment was posted? Whose picture it was posted under? I mean, you guys see who posted it, right? Uncle Gums. But who is he saying this to? Who is he asking if he's allowed to like the picture? Let's check it out. Let's see the account real quick. This comment was posted under a picture of a person who says that they're in the 9th grade.
Hey, what's up, TK? Hey, so, what the fuck is this? I'm covering on this pervert that I've saw all over everywhere, and he's been liking my stuff. I kind of went to a bit of a deep dive rabbit hole with him. Turns out he's a fucking weirdo. If you listen to the earlier part of the stream, again, hold up. A lot of stuff like this. A lot of weird stuff like this. If you're casting my drift. But I hope you're having a good morning, TK. I hope you're having a good morning. I've been covering this. This is my third-ish stream on this subject. He's a very weird, offhand guy. Very weird, very creepy, very disturbed.
This is your Uncle Gums. Are you
Let's watch this one.
older individual?
Because he's
Do you
so
have trouble
pissed off.
conversating with the adults your age, then allow me to help you, set you up with one of these fine associates. I'm sure
From what I understand, these are guys who hunt down predators,
they can
and
help
you can hear in his
fulfill
voice how
your
pissed.
every
Also, like you can also see the shape of his eyes right here, his baggy eyes. Probably it's from a sinus infection or just so good. Do you sir about to be on the commute to work? Keep it rolling on the drive. Have a great day, man. Ah, you too, TK. You too. You have a good one too. You have a good one. Be
desire.
safe, man.
They
Talk to
are
you later.
masters of age play and do their job very well.
Looks like Ryan Reynolds. Not Ryan Reynolds. He looks like Oh my god, who the fuck? Ryan Gosling. He looks like Ryan Gosling, just especially in the face. He looks like Ryan Gosling. Okay, let's get back. Let me not have a boomer moment.
14 years old, and Uncle Gums 83 weeks ago, so about 1.5 years ago, homie commented, "Am I allowed to say I like this picture?" This shows a repeated pattern of abuse. This is something that he's been thinking about for 1.5 years, targeting these children. And he's gonna sit here and tell me that he's gonna sue me for
Hey,
defamation.
man,
when
hope
I
you're
have
having a great
pictures of
day.
him
Great day.
flirting
Well,
with a
y'all
14-year-old in
getting-
Instagram
I hope you're having a good
comments.
one too, Nat,
You
man.
probably didn't think anybody could see that, did you? You probably thought you could make a comment from a year ago and nobody can go back and find it. Well, guess what? There's ways, idiot. It's all there. I mean, your account is completely public, including all the gooner shit that you follow on your account. So before we get into any of Uncle Gum's responses, any of the videos of him saying he's gonna sue me for defamation, first, let's look at some of this weirdo shit that he's following on Instagram that definitely, for
I like to give it. I'm not the most well versed within the law, but I'm pretty sure when it's coming to defamation, I think a lot of the time, I know there's slander, there's defamation, there's a bunch of different things relating to those kind of laws. I think a lot of the time people throw that around thinking it has any value. Just like most thing nowadays, people have thrown it around so much that the value of it has been lost. Even if there is some type of defamation, it probably won't even hold up in court given that your antics actually will prove Lehman is right. So
sure borderline.
also since Uncle Gum lives in PA, which is a Commonwealth state, the laws are a lot different and I think a lot more harsher than any other. Now I'm not sure where Lemur himself lived, but I know Uncle Gum lives in PA. In that particular area, I know that again PA has different laws when it's coming to these kind of things, like most states do. So it's gonna be even more difficult on him.
Lines on PDF file shit. Now, I'm not going to say the names of any of these accounts because a lot of them have to do with like NSFW content, and I'm not sure how YouTube's rules are on that. I'm not sure if I can like say the names of these accounts or show any of the links. So I'm going to be like very safe as to not show any revealing information on these accounts, but I will basically show you guys as much as I can so you can get an understanding of what they're all about. I'll try to be brief with this portion and give you guys a quick explanation, but basically he follows like a couple accounts with real children and then one account where it's like AI kids on some schoolboy type shit, right? So homie's following these weird ass accounts. Now, they're not inherently sexual, but they do showcase like real children or like I said, AI children sort of either dancing or like chilling, right? There's definitely a way that this could be seen as sexual. But other than that, he's also following a lot of these models that start off with tiny. They're like these Asian models and their names start with tiny this, tiny that. And they're like these really small models that try to go out of their way to make themselves look younger, to, you know, give off the vibe that
Literature, a lot of Asian girls do that, especially with a lot of like Westerners, especially with Americans. You know, Asian culture and Asian girl hit white people like crack hit the black communities in the 80s and 90s. I just want to say that. I just really, really want to say that.
they're like teenage
Take that as
girls,
it is
basically.
because I think it
Now,
holds a
one of
lot
these
more
accounts
value than
is
you
like
think.
this Asian account, and it completely uses AI in like multiple ways, right? It uses AI on the face. You can tell it also uses AI to like shrink their bodies and make them look smaller.
Also, one thing I like to say, AI, probably isn't helping with these people at all. AI is probably causing a lot of people to be more gooners than we ever saw. All you have to do is hit a prompt and then boom. And a lot. Only what did you just say? You heard me, TK. Asians hit the white people, the white race, like crack hit the black community. You know it's true. Look at anime. Look at all that shit. Like I have not met a single white person, or at least a white male, who was not into like Asian culture and not gooning over Asian girl. I have not met a single white male that wasn't like, you know, and who come on, you can't deny what I just said this year. Get on right now. Oh, you're funny as fuck. I swear you crack me every time.
It's really weird. I'm not going to show any of these pictures because I have no idea if these are like actual adult women or if they're really kids. But since they're AI, I have a feeling that they're like these adult women trying to pass as younger individuals. But it's completely disgusting.
To be fair, if you've never met an Asian woman in real life, a lot of them just do look young. A lot of them do look really young, right? When you think they're like, I met a few who were like in their 40s and 50, and they didn't look a day older than like 27, 28, right? Especially in America, where like a lot of our food is processed. A lot of them are really young looking, you know. This is a lot of it's genetic. Asians have that, you know.
Disgusting. And this dude is straight up following these accounts on his Instagram page. It's like, you didn't think people were going to see that weirdo gooner shit that you're following? Not only that, but he also
Guys, no
follows a
gooning.
bunch of VR
Just remember,
chat,
guys,
like
no gooning.
VR accounts. I don't even know what they are, right? But they're like these
No gooning.
little
No simping.
VR avatars.
Simping
And
is
some of
forbidden.
them look really close to like some, you know,
That's
gross
TK.
anime art
TK is
that
allowed to
Earl
simp.
Doobie would be looking at.
That is
type
the only
shit.
person that's
like
allowed
it's
to
these
simp.
little characters with little features, and it's weird, bro. It's very obvious who you're attracted to. You know, that first comment alone, the first comment where you're like openly flirting with this 14-year-old, you're implying that you're not allowed to like the photo. It's like, why would you say that? It's because you have some kind of sexual attraction towards the photo, right? You're saying, am I allowed to like this? You're just being weird, dog. You're just trying to talk to this 14-year-old and like flirt with them. But like that aside, all these accounts that you're following really don't help your case. It's not defamation to say that you're a PDF file if you're actively going out of your way to make it seem like you're a PDF file on your account. You said that you were trolling me, right? You said that you were trying to make it seem like you diddle kids. Well, guess what? I guess your trick worked because I said you diddled kids. And now you're mad because you're saying that you don't diddle kids and I'm defaming you? Dude, you started going back to doing the same exact thing right after my video. You're angry, so you started posting kids' face again. So with that being said, let's move away from his Instagram and then look at his YouTube Shorts page, because that's been filled to the brim with children. I'm going to play a little bit of
I gotta
audio
read
from
this. The Asian woman in my small town love me though I get Chinese drive-thru. I used to go through once a week, and that woman. See, that proves my point. Asian women really, actually, you know what? I'm gonna expand. Asian women hit Americans like I get the black community. It's true. I've never not met an American who just did not straight up say they have something with they love Asian women or Asian women love them. It's just the most truest thing I've ever seen and heard in my life. I ain't gonna lie, I've dated an Asian woman, so you know it's only even more true.
from some of those posts. because it
Filipino
says
women
some
love
really
me for
creepy
some
shit, but
weird
I'm not gonna
reason.
be
I guess
showing
because
any
I
of the
look.
videos because there's
look-
real minors in
I
those
guess
videos.
from what my brother said, we look kind of Asian, but like we have very clear Spanish European features. So I guess they love us for that.
He started posting them once again. I guess just to get back at the trolls or to make people even more angry, but it's not gonna work, Greg. It's not gonna work, man.
This is your Uncle Gums. I will now start uploading the adoption videos that got me banned from TikTok. I would like to state how tame these videos are compared to the videos that don't have any children's faces. And I should clarify, the videos I made singing for people were the first videos I made before doing the adoption videos. If Lemur ever did any proper investigating, he would have known that. But we all know that we can't fix stupid, right? And yes, I know
All right, man.
some of the teenagers in these posts did not actually wish to be adopted because I was tricked. So please, stay tuned. And if you wish, the original adoption process begins anew. This is your Uncle Gums. This was a special Thanksgiving for these two got adopted by their Uncle Gums. 3 little kitty.
Okay, yeah, he's just not
Some of the
showing it.
people
Alright,
he's
I was
posting
wondering.
didn't agree to be posted because he was tricked, but he's still posting them anyway, which is insane, dude. Like, first of all, you shouldn't even be posting the kids that say you can post them because they're minors. They can't consent to stuff like that. But now you're sitting there and posting minors that didn't even agree to be posted. You're just posting them because somebody sent you their pictures, which is weird as fuck, dog. You get how weird that is. You're making it obvious every single day that you're a weird PDF file. I'm going to continue to call you that because you've proven that you are. I mean, look at the people that you're following on Instagram. Look at the minors that you're going after, bro, in their fucking Instagram comments. You know what I mean? You're flirting with them and shit. A year and a half ago, and still sitting here trying to text minors on Snapchat, acting like it isn't an issue. It's definitely an issue.
Yeah, nah, man.
This
You're okay,
dude
but
is
this is
always
weird as fuck. I
contradicting
gotta
himself.
roll
He
peace
proves
and
time and
respect.
time
Yeah,
again
yeah.
why
I
he
don't
should be
blame
the
you.
next up and coming.
I don't blame you one bit, TK. It is weird. It's not for the faint of heart. I just have an interest in these kind of things because these people, you know, are very sickening, and for some weird curiosity, I just like to go into it, and every time I do, I get a little jaded. I don't know why.
Locale. Uncle Gums is
But
going to be
you
the
have a
next
good one, man.
locale in
Be
2025.
safe
Best
and
believe it. He's going to be like a
and have a
top
good
tier
morning.
locale in a couple months because this dude just won't stop, bro. He doesn't see what he's doing is like obviously weird, right? He still tries to act like people are going to think that he's normal and go on his side, right? So he goes and he starts trying to make these videos where he's like acting like everything's cool. He trolled me and it was all part of his plan.
It's a part of
And
the
then he
game.
goes on to make a
just his
video where he's
plan.
begging me to delete my video because it's like slanderous and this, that, and the other. But just a few weeks ago, you were talking about how you were trolling the locale community and making them think that you were diddling kids, right? That was like your big plan, to troll everybody into thinking that you were a weirdo PDF file. Like, I have the video where you're saying that that was your plan, to be the creepiest person you can to minors while not doing illegal things. So if you take me to court, like, what are you gonna say, dude? We're gonna play that video as evidence and everybody's gonna laugh at you. The jury's gonna point and laugh at you because you're a goofy PDF file. Like,
You're a
nobody's gonna be
goober.
on your side.
That's
What do
all you
think
are.
this is?
You
Like,
are a
bro,
goober.
you're crazy. You're nuts. You're nuts, bro. I mean, listen, just a few days ago, he was making videos where he was like taunting me and shit. Just watch these videos where he's like obsessing over me, acting like a weirdo, singing songs about me, right? And then we'll watch this 8-minute rant he made where he's begging me to delete my videos. So let's get into this shit, y'all, because it's pretty crazy, man. The switch up is wild.
This is your Uncle Gums. Why does the Leaping Lemur block my comments from his posts about me? I think it may be because he doesn't want to realize how innocent I am. He
I
also,
don't think it's innocent. It just looks weird if you're going around posting stuff, or you're going around. I think to to give Lemur credibility, not credibility, but to give the Lemur the point is that if he sees you posting and like let's say a minor is watching his video and you're posting that minor, it's gonna look bad on him, and it only makes sense for him to want to ban you or at least remove your comment off of his video for very clear and obvious reason. Right? It only makes sense, dude. What was I saying? We've been streaming for a good 52 minutes. We're gonna take a small break, and I'll be right back. I want to make some coffee, so I'll see you guys in a few minutes. I just realized it didn't go to the breaks music. It maybe did for a second. I didn't realize I had my mouse over the scene. I'm just a boomer. Hope everybody. It was a nice little break. Oh, and I don't know why I did that. I do not know why. I'm being a boomer. I'm having technical issues offhand. But it was about what I was saying, right? I just remembered it offhand right now. I was reminded of yesterday's situation between Ruby and 44 Dynamic. If anyone saw that stream, I just thought that they were going in loops constantly. I thought Prune or Prawn, I don't know, I keep saying Prune. I thought Prawn was just too much like butting in and trying to talk down on 44. I get the whole thing was about his video on Ruby. At 44, if you listen, I think 44 saw my response to it. Some of the discords we're in. I'm not saying you did a bad job, but I felt that at some point you said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna troll these guys for however long you can to get more interaction." Which I would say not a good thing you did that, but I think at some point the first you apologizing the first time, props on you, but at the like how many times they make you wanted to apologize, I thought that was just too much. You should have not needed to apologize more than once. And if they keep demanding you to apologize for every little thing you did or said, I would have just walked away. Like, you don't own prawn anything. Prawn, like I have nothing against him, man, but like that's a little too much. It's a walk away. And if Ruby can't handle that, it's the internet. Like, and I'm all for Ruby rebranding her stuff, right? Because I really don't have anything against her too much, bar from just the way she's a spaz. And I do feel bad about the whole Metzdell thing. I really do. But if she's demanding you to like, you know, apologize and get on your knees, it's like no different than Keem. I would just walk away and just like, okay, if you can't accept my apology the first or second time, just walk away. Just walk away. There's no reason to deal with that crap. There's really no reason. Because someone like me would have been like, all right, you can go fuck yourself, and walked away. I don't care if I lose an opportunity. I don't care if I lose, and OPEC, I have nothing against him. Like, dude. Okay. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. 44 handled himself pretty good, but it just ended up going in loops. And loops and loops and loops. That's it really. Let's get back to the video. We're probably gonna finish this video off. So again, this isn't really gonna be a long stream.
So
We're gonna
doesn't
finish
want
this up, talk a little
anyone
bit more of it,
commenting
and then probably
and
end from there.
asking about me as I give them reasons why they're asking what they're asking about me. I truly think Lemur knows he really royally messed up with the videos he's been making. I will not block anybody who makes comments on my posts. If you go through some of mine,
He blocks
most
people,
of mine
but
by now,
I
there
don't
is one
block people.
person who constantly posts the same message over and over with little bitty details about each situation. I think he's trying to be like that one person that posts on all locale videos that he's a gay little wizard. I guess in his mind he thinks, but what he's doing to me, that's gonna start a trend. It's not. Nobody wants to start reposting your long-winded comments. But I will accept all comments and likes that you have to offer. It only shows
To be fair,
that my videos...
mate, you're off of TikTok completely. In your own YouTube channel has a lot of questionable. I think he did the
are
job
still
well.
somewhat relevant. This is your Uncle Gums. Hey Lemur, I reposted all my vids. I knew you would make a claim about it and say that I was scared. Now that they're back up, I bet you don't have much to say. Can't say I blame you. You get things wrong every time. Ole, ole. I played you like a bull. I wore you down and made you suffer. It must really suck to get outsmarted by the prey that you're after. Go ahead, make another video about how I fell into your trap, because we all surely know it's the only thing you have left. This is your Uncle Gums. I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. I want Lemur to roll over and look me in my eyes and kiss me. And I don't want to wait for this night to be over. Just hold me close and we can spoon and be free.
I mean, y'all seen that, right?
What?
He was acting pretty confident. He was talking about how he was going to repost all his videos. He was saying I got shit wrong. He was going after me and shit, right? He was also making, I guess, weird songs about me, about like kissing me and spooning me and shit like that, which is weird as fuck, dog. Like, you shouldn't be talking about random ass people on the internet like that. you're weird, dog. That doesn't make me mad. That doesn't make me angry, by the way. I'm not angry that you said that. I just think it's funny. I think you're really goofy, dude. Everybody else does too. Like, you're not making anybody angry. You're not trolling anyone. You're just somebody that people point and laugh at. That's why I make these videos. It's not necessarily because I'm mad. I am mad that you're messaging minors. Don't get me wrong. Like, that does get me angry, but it's not like a troll kind of angry. You know what I mean? It's not like you trolled me, right? Because this is hurting your character. Like, you saying that you're diddling kids isn't making you seem like any better of a person, right? So you're not trolling anybody. You're just making yourself look like a shitty person and then making a lot of people dislike you. I mean, you are a bad person. It's not even like you're making it seem like you're a bad person. You prove time and time again that you're a weirdo. The way that you message minors, you comment on their Instagram posts, the people that you follow. I mean, you know, I don't have to reiterate this, but you're definitely a PDF file, man. Everybody sees that. So apparently this dude was in Kiwi Tapes live one day, and you know, he was like complaining about me or talking about me, and people started warning
I've heard of
Kiwi
it. I
Tapes
actually
about
heard
him.
about this.
And then, you know, shit just started going down, and that made him, I guess, upset, or like it started making him scared because a bigger creator was hearing about him. So then he started threatening to sue me. This next video is him getting hella angry. He starts playing victim and then saying that he's gonna sue me for defamation and anybody can pick up the case. He doesn't want any money. He just wants to sue me, basically like for character or something. He says because he feels like his character is being assassinated. This is a long ass rant he went on. It's like 8 minutes, so I'm gonna break it up into 2 4-minute parts. The first part is basically him like introducing what happened and ranting about how bad of a person I am and how I get shit wrong and how, you know, person to person he wants me to delete the videos. And then he just starts going into how he's gonna like sue me. He starts insulting me, all this other shit, right? He basically does like the typical lolcow thing where he just starts spurging out. You know, he goes for everything in the book just to try to get me to delete my post about him because he's scared that people are gonna actually start hearing about it.
This is your Uncle Gums. How is it when you ask for an explanation video that I make, I explain my innocence, but it still gets
I'm gonna see if I
disregarded,
can find that Kiwi stuff.
and people just keep making up more false accusations? What's the point of making a video to explain myself if you're just going to ignore my explanation? Lemur, I'm not your dog.
I'm not your
dog. Homie. You've got to be the whitest person on YouTube, and you're talking like you're from the hood, from the deep streets. You need to cut that out. You sound like a pretty intellectual person,
Yeah.
but your reviews on me, bro, they're just weak. You have skipped over all the positive things you could have mentioned about me.
Like what?
There's so many other videos I made that you could have used in your documentary. If you watch a documentary, you will see that most people, even with bad people, they talk about everything about that person, not just the topic you want to.
The thing is that with those other people, there's a paper trail. With you, I'm not saying there isn't, but there's like what is there exactly to talk about that isn't dealing with the PDF stuff. What positive trait, right? What exactly are you doing that can be considered quote unquote positive, right? Are you just saying that to make yourself, hey Dynamic, how you doing? What's up, man? Like, also the whole thing about Lemur having an urban accent, that's not new. It's not about being hood. Having an urban accent is pretty common nowadays, especially more of the New Yorker, LA type of speaking. It's very common in the today's world, right? It's a very common thing. I don't know why you think Lemur's trying to act hood. Most people I know who that's their why are you so cut? I'm still covering it because I was trying to cover the last of the documentary yesterday, and I decided to just finish it up today. I'm probably just gonna do this part, that's the last part of the documentary, and then just end it from here, and then probably gonna just stop covering it for a while until like if things popped up. Um, that's really the only reason why I'm still covering him. It's no different than like covering locales because it's like you're covering the same thing, or at least you're covering the same person, just in a different situation. Yeah, so that's the only reason. Oh yeah, before I forget, I made my comments about your interview yesterday with Ruby, Prawn, and OPEC. Uh, honestly, man, I think you held yourself pretty good. I felt like you were just trolling them at some point, and you were just trying to just gain viewerships. um, what thing to say? Also, them demanding you to apologize every minute was just hilarious. It was them seating Coop. I honestly, dude, I've been in that situation in real life. I just would have not apologized after the second time. I just would have been like, nah, I'm done. I just would have walked away completely. But that's from my own experience. I couldn't tolerate that on the internet. I would have been like, I'm not apologizing. At the third time, I wouldn't apologize. I would have been like, they couldn't accept your apology the first or second time. It's not worth dealing with that. Those are people that are, you know. I feel bad for Ruby, the things she's going through, but she has to understand that if someone is not gonna apologize the third time in real life, unless they have to, most people are just not gonna tolerate it, and especially on the internet. And I understand the whole thing of not Low's Angels. It's meant to be a positive thing. And I've said it a number of times. You can't always be positive. There's a point where you have to face it. So was it like I was prepared this time? I think you were. I think you knew what you were trying to get yourself into. I just felt that it was just a constant loop. It was looping around the same thing constantly over and over, and I just felt that like at some point you just didn't. I felt like at some point you were just dead in the eyes. Also, OPAC, whatever his name is, think about the algorithm. No offense, man. I think you're wrong. If you know so much about the algorithm on YouTube, why don't you make YouTube videos? Like you can't just say, "Oh, I know about the algorithm," but then not make video to prove your point. And with Prawn, his whole thing about video making is like, dude, you can make videos really easy nowadays. You can do what I do a lot of the time, where I just grab picture and then do a slideshow and talk over it. Or since Prawn shows his face a lot of the time, he can just do like the whole face cam thing and just do a 5 minute video, do a couple edits throughout the video, and then boom, he has a video ready to go. It's like that's what I would have told Prawn and Obag. Like if you know so much, also them saying that, oh well, you get more viewerships, you collaborate with bigger people. You can't. The problem is that you have to first establish yourself as the content creator. Then obviously you need to make connection, networking. But a lot of these big YouTubers are not gonna recognize you. Yeah, I know that was made it funny. That's what made it funny that you made the thumbnail for the stream. I don't know how you could. I'm like no, I don't know how you can. Let me see. Uh, it, I don't think they use it on. I don't know if if you're saying about Lowe's Angels. They made up use that, but like on the stream yesterday, they didn't use the thumbnail that you made for them. Um, but no, I just think that like Prong can make videos easily, especially since he has an audience. He can make those. He can make videos easily and get pretty out there. Same thing for Ruby. I mean, like they can go down the route of just like, oh, we'll just cut up our stream and those would be a video. Which it's like that's pretty, like okay, like that's not a bad thing, but like you still need to do some at least some editing a little bit, right? Especially if people because YouTube is very anal about people cursing in their videos. So you would actually have to go back and bleep a lot of the stuff you say, or at least cut out a lot of the dead air and fat. Probably use it. Did he use it on his own stream? Because I don't really want prawn too much. Like I know he's your I think he's your boss or something, and like I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it's like I couldn't deal with it. It's just a mental thing for me at this point. He must have used it. Hold up. He must have used it. Maybe it's on his own personal channel. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. He's not my boss. Well, he sounded like he was like the way he said it towards the end of the stream. He sounded like he was your boss, but it was just like, no, he's not your boss. I'm doubt 44 is really working for him or doing anything for him. Maybe occasionally making thumbnails and editing. You know, that's how I see that. But I don't know how you can deal with the man, but that's just me. But that's just me. That's just me.
Focus on the most.
Let's get back on this.
I mean, I get why you did it, because you don't want to look like a sympathizer to what you're trying to create about me with your story. If you're trying to get famous for being some interview,
The thing about no one is trying to sympathize you, because the moment people realize that what you are, any attempt of sympathy always never works out. So I try to explain to them that I got my views around YouTube algorithm, and they get their views mostly via Discord community. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Because like I've known about your Locale Live project and your videos prior to really like talking to you through the algorithm. Most people found my videos through the algorithm and not really through. And I won't deny I did share a lot of my videos on a lot of Discord communities that I was allowed to. But even then, like you have to rely a lot of the videos, like a lot of my popular videos that are not clips, are through the algorithms, or through the algorithm themselves, right? You know, and also because I'm covering things in real time, so you know, once you like know how to like word things, like I would say maybe I need to fix my fucking thumbnails, but like once you like figure out like that, and once you're able to cast on when the news are happening, you can cover. Like if Ruby was to right now cover the Elon and Admin Gold stuff right now, I think she will get views. She will get views right now. Same thing with Prawn. They will get views right now if they were to cover it. Right? Even if they don't know what's going on, even if they don't know what is happening, if they were just to cover it, especially live, they may get more views. And then make a video on it, they will get more views. And for example, my newest Ben Thorpe video flopped because the casual viewer doesn't know I know who he is. That's true. But also, like, Ben and Grace has been doing a kind of a rebranding. So stuff that they got famous for are not as much of a thing anymore. But when you cover like obscure stuff like that, it's expected for videos to flop, or at least by the standards of your channel, it's expected to flop. Right? It's expected to flop. Like I have videos that I would say like are considered flop, but like I kind of don't care. Right? I kind of just don't care. But always, like, you gotta always mix it up. You gotta cover things you like that may not be successful versus things that will be successful. Like your Locale Live stuff and the whole thing with links, like those are successful because those are happening in real time and those are very relevant. Even if it's a very niche community, that niche community will find it. I said, unlike if I did a PewDiePie or Mr. Beast. Oh yeah, yeah. If you did a PewDiePie or Mr. Beast video, it will get a lot more traction, right? It will get more track. Hell, like covering Uncle Gum, right? If you look at that video, it's lower than the rest of the other videos I've gotten, right? But because I'm covering something obscure and I'm doing something
were
that's live
like
stream,
soft-white
also live stream
underbelly.
that is really obscure.
You're gonna have to work harder, buddy. You said you were disgusted going over my material. To be honest, I think you're too weak for this kind of content that you're trying to create. I noticed that when I go into your lives, you get disgusted. Like, bro, you're making content about me. I'm gonna have an interest in what you're saying about me. So if I pop up in your live, it's only natural that I'm gonna comment in them. I was in Kiwi Tapes live last night, and I had people making donations to him to use the comments that I was saying
Let's see
about
if I can.
you.
Let me see if I can.
What does that
find-
say about your character? Your other buddy, Chinchilla, he won't cover your Uncle Gums.
Let me see when.
I think he's smarter than you. I think he knows better.
November 26th. So if I was
You've
to,
inspired
give
a
me
couple
second,
other
guys.
people to make reviews about me too. They don't do too much better than you do.
Oh, I mean, yep, that's fine.
They pretty much
Kiwi
just watch
Tape
your
does the whole
videos
archive thing.
during the live stream without doing any research of their own.
That's my love.
They just go off what you're saying and then make up their own assumptions along the way. That's not true investigation. Yeah. That's not how a true investigative report should be done. By just a whim. I would like you to remove the videos you made about me. I'm asking you peacefully now. As a person. As a human being.
That would be hilarious. That
Because
would be
some
the
of the other
most.
things you
That
say
would be actually really
about me,
hilarious. Everything was just
protecting
like
my
this one
homies,
big like gay ops, psyops.
protecting
That would actually,
PDF
that would
files,
actually be cool. But it's never the
making it out
case.
like
That's
they're
what people say
my
about
people.
Christian.
No,
how people
sir,
thought
they're
like
not
that
my
was a
people.
psyop, but then it was like, nope, no, that's just a real person in real life.
Again, you say that like it's some kind of truth. Just because you say it. Just because you have more subscribers and more views than me since you're making money off of me now doesn't mean it's true.
Bro, this guy is wild. There was no other videos when I first saw your page. When I first went to your TikTok page and your YouTube page, there was literally no other videos besides videos of you roasting minors. Besides
Have I
videos
seen
that
his
I
eye?
can't even
Yeah,
show.
yeah. Right here. I've seen his eyes. There's something not right. Especially the outlines of his general face, his figure. What do they call the physiognomy of his face? Very punchable, as somebody said.
Show on YouTube because they show random minors' faces, right? Like, what do you mean show the positive stuff about you? There is no positive stuff about you. I showed the weird, creepy jokes. I don't know if people found that positive, but maybe you did. So I guess I showed that. What else was there to show? There was no other stuff. I literally showed all the content you had on your page at that time. Basically, everything that made sense, right? Everything that made sense in the context of the video, that's what I showed. So it doesn't make sense for me to just start showing like random ass videos. It's like, oh yeah, here's Uncle Gums doing X, Y, and Z that has nothing to do with the video that I'm making. That makes no sense. That's why I only decided to use the videos that made sense to the context of my video, right? Like, you get how making a video works? That's not how a documentary works. You don't have to look at every single thing to make like a documentary, right? I mean, I guess it's a good thing if you're making a documentary on like something like climate change or like something that's more like general, right? Something that's bigger than this, that you have to look at a lot of different aspects.
The minute
But this I didn't really have to. I just provided the evidence. And that's why when people look at my video, they listen to what I have to say, because I'm providing the evidence and talking about it. That's the point, man. So not every documentary has to look at every single aspect and every single viewpoint. It might be a good thing for some, but when you're talking about a PDF file, I mean, what's the other aspect to look at? I don't understand. You didn't make my channel. You do know that, right? Like, just because you came around, that's not when like my channel blew up and I started getting subscribers and gaining money off of YouTube. I've been gaining a pretty alright amount of money off of YouTube for a cool amount of time, right? For like a while now. It's been a few months. So it has nothing to do with you. It's just been my consistent uploading, you know what I mean? My longer videos. That's the reason that I'm able to, you know, gain a wider audience. And
I'm probably gonna stream. I've been streaming for an hour, more than an hour and a half. I'm probably gonna stream just till the end of the video, and then I'm gonna close it off. But as Lemur said, actually, you can take this off. It's an advice you can take. 44. Being consistent with your uploads are very important. In the algorithm, I think something both OPEC, Prawn, and Ruby should know that as long as you're consistent, you're more likely to be picked up on the system. But also, one of the things about Ruby and Prawn, you know, one of the they should know is the things they say also gets picked up on the system. It's not like the system ignores it. The system will pick up on the things you say, both in your videos and in your streams. That's one of the main reasons why I don't curse a lot in my own personal videos, and why I try my best to mince my words better, so the system will pick it up better, and I wouldn't get shadow. I wouldn't get like less views, or you know what I mean. That's something Prawn and Ruby and OPEC should know, that right now with the current algorithm getting, what I was not saying better for smaller channel, but better at picking up stuff, it will notice that more and more.
actually make money off of YouTube. It's because I'm smart with what I post. It has nothing to do with you, dog. And then he goes on to say, like, what does it say about my character that people are donating to Kiwi Tapes and telling him to use his comments against him? It doesn't say anything about my character. It says stuff about your character, that you're that weird, that people are donating money to another creator, telling him to make a video on you because you're a creep, and you're proving you're a creep. So now this dude wants to sue me, and apparently he wants to dox me. This is hot off the press, y'all. He just uploaded a video like an hour ago asking people
That's
to
good. What are you
find
eating,
my
man?
identity
I gotta
for
eat.
$50. He
I
said
had
he's gonna
some
give them
rice and eggs this morning.
$50
I
if
wanna
they
eat
give
again
solid,
after I'm
concrete
done.
evidence. So we're gonna have to look
Then
at
I
that
gotta
video
go
too at the end.
do a
But
bunch
let's
of stuff
continue
as
with this
always.
video. So homie just really wants to fucking sue me apparently. He wrote in one of the comments in the shorts that he made about me, he said, "Don't you know what a PDF file is? Someone attracted to kids, and more often
And before I forget, also also as you pointed out toward OPEC, interacting with your comments and your audience is very, very important. Even if it is hate, hate does bring in the audience. Something Ruby has to understand, that even if she does not like the hate will bring in the audience. It will bring in the viewership. She has to realize that. Eggs and waffle with what kind? If it's a white monster, I don't know how to
diddled
feel about
kids,
that,
since
man.
most people think all PDF files automatically have diddled kids. I therefore have a solid case against Lemur. Should I pursue a lawsuit? And anybody else who has made claims of this false fact? Like I said, he can bring me to court if he wants. That would be hella funny, dude. To see this dude get called out for being a creep in front of a whole jury and then just pointed at and laughed at, that would be awesome. I mean, it's not going to go the way that he thinks it's going to go. He's stupid. It's really hard to pull off like a slander case or a defamation case in the United States. It's like pretty hard to do so. You have to prove that somebody is going after your business. You have to like prove a lot of things. You know what I mean? And that's just not true. Like, I didn't slander you, dog. You were trying to make it seem like you were a PDF file.
But also, the majority of your viewers aren't very bright in the head either. I understand the mob mentality. People like to jump on bandwagons. so they feel like they're doing the right thing, because they know if they stand up against it or even have a slightly different opinion, they'll be booed and disregarded as a person
I wonder why.
in their community.
I wonder why.
The strongest people in life can look at any situation and make a decision for themselves, not under the weight of others and what they think. There's something else I want to ask. Why does Kiwi always talk like he's got something in his mouth? It's like he's trying to talk with his mouth full. And the way his lisps end whenever he's trying to finish something.
He is not too wrong.
If that's how he talks when he's got teeth in his mouth now, no one is ever going to be able to understand him if he ever has no teeth like me.
So you covered the
He'll
stream
be
for last
spitting his
night on
teeth
you?
out
No, I
more
didn't.
than
I
any
talked
granny
about it, but I didn't cover
in
it.
an old folks' home.
I didn't cover it yet.
If I should
I probably
decide
won't really.
to
I
press
just spoke
charges
about it
against you
because it was brought up
for the
in my mind.
defamation that you're bringing
If
to
I
the
do,
table,
I'll probably cover it like at
I'm
a
not
midnight
totally
stream,
gonna
but
do
I
it
don't think
out
I
of
will
the money
anytime soon.
aspect, because I know I probably wouldn't win much from you anyway.
Like overall, you do
Hell, I
pretty
might just
good
try to
on your end.
see if anyone
I
out
just,
there,
I don't know, on a personal
to
level, I
take
just
the
wouldn't
case,
tolerate Prawn or Ruby
and they get
begging to be,
they get to
begging you
keep
to
any of the
apologize
winning
for
proceedings
everything you did.
for themselves,
This is how I feel.
because I'm just doing
But
this
overall,
out
you
of
did good.
character, to protect my character. It's all right to have opinions, but it's blatantly disrespect to make accusations that just aren't true. Now, you're not the only one in this case, as there are several others who have made significant posts with the same claims like you have. And the same goes for them as well. But none of them will reach back to me. I sure hope when you see this that you make a proper documentary about this post, this video, and not just glaze over it like you usually do. So put all your anger aside for a little bit, put your thinking cap on, and ask yourself, how do I wish to avoid any trouble from Uncle Gums? I can't do much about people in the comments that have their opinions, saying I'm a pedophile, because everybody does that to somebody at some point.
That's good. That's
I'm
good.
just
I know
trying to
Napstar
explain
can be a
to
bit of an
you-
ass sometimes, but that's good that he has your back.
Like you're a 5-year-old, how things work. Now see, you made posts and you actually talked about it several times, and you even used my name in the process and pointed people in the right direction if they're smart enough to even figure it out, how to
The
find my
kind of
real
sense
name.
in his voice.
And I'm still going to keep making content that's going to piss a lot of you off. That's not going to stop. Just be careful how you phrase things from now on, especially in your YouTube titles. Some of the other reviewers are actually pretty smart with how they do things. So, thank you for hearing out my message if you reached it this far. But I'm sure you won't, Lemur. I'm sure you'll have someone else review this video for you. That's probably what you always do.
Hey, me.
This has been your Uncle Gums. Stay tuned for more.
Bro, you're crazy. You were literally just talking about how you were trying to troll the local community into thinking that you were a weirdo. You got a whole town of people mad at you. That's literally all I said, is you got a whole town of people mad at you because you were posting kids. And then you started being creepy to them when you were roasting them. You were like talking about their bodies and shit. You weren't just talking about like the clothes that they were wearing or anything like that. You were talking about like their body, like in a weird, disgusting way, right? Like, why are you trying to avoid that? That's what you were doing. Either way, like even if you weren't talking about their body in a sexual manner, you still shouldn't be talking to minors on the internet like that. You still shouldn't be making sexual jokes towards them. You shouldn't be doing that shit. It's weird. Makes you look like a PDF file. So now let's look at homie beg for somebody to give him my identity. He sits there and he asks and he begs and he's like, please, somebody who's close to Lemur, give me his identity so I can know who he is. I'll pay you $50. Bro,
Vinny.
I have never fucked anybody over. I can say that proudly. I've never fucked anybody in my personal life over that would want to dox me, right? I might have made a few mistakes in my life, right? But like, I've never really fucked with anybody, right? I'm a pretty good person all around. So it doesn't make sense to just start asking like my friends or like people that are close to me to dox me for $50. Nobody's gonna like throw me under the bus for $50, right? Nobody's just gonna like dox me for $50. That's crazy. You're tripping, bro. You say that I doxed your name, but on that Facebook post about you, about Uncle Gums, you were using your public Facebook profile in reference to yourself. And I didn't even include your last name, Greg. I just referenced you because you were making it very clear that you were Uncle Gums, that Greg was Uncle Gums by referencing yourself multiple times using your personal Facebook page. That's your fault, not mine. This dude wonders why people block him from their comments. It's because you're a literal PDF file. Nobody wants you in their comment section talking to anybody who could potentially be a minor. You know, like that's like a safety concern, basically. That's how I explained it in my previous video. It's essentially a safety concern to have this dude around in your comment section talking to anybody
It
at
really
random,
is.
right? Especially considering some of the stuff that he was sending to people, some of the comments he was saying. It was getting very gross, right? So I had to put a stop to it because you never know what's going to happen, and I can't let that shit go down in my comment section.
This is your Uncle Gums. You know what I find hilarious? That all these low-cal reviewers and the wranglers, whenever I go into your lives and start chatting, you block me. It's like,
There's a reason that
You
you
guys are
are
the ones
a
talking about us.
liability.
you're the ones making money off of us, yet you forget if it wasn't for us, you would have no content. The other thing is,
He's not wrong, really.
when you post your videos about the people you're reviewing, lots of people have already seen that stuff, and they pretty much already understand
Yeah, I doubt it.
what is going on with that current situation. And then you have a live where you rehash the situations, and then I come in, or others come in, like Tofia or Cyrax, and you lose your minds wondering why we're in there in the first place. I'll tell you why I'm in there. To bug the hell out of you, for one. Plus, it's entertaining to see the people in the chat react when I'm in there. Because they're like, hey, it's Uncle Gums. I can't fucking believe it. Why the hell is Uncle Gums in the chat? And sometimes people donate money to you guys because something I said in the chat. I mean, that's helping you out, right? I mean, I personally don't give a shit. I just think it's highly entertaining to be noticed. Notice me, senpai. I
Yeah,
love
that's
you,
cringe.
Oni-chan.
That's cringe. That's literally fucking cringe. What he
I'll
said.
say shit like that. Do you seriously think that without us, you would have a platform? Does anyone even know what y'all look like besides your tight circle of friends? Oh, wait, let's back up. I wouldn't call most of your followers your friends. 'Cause you know damn well if they heard dirt on you, they would turn you into a low-cal in a second.
I told you guys this dude was going to be the next up-and-coming lolcow. Look at him. He's already comparing himself to Tofiachu and Cyrax. He's just gone into the role perfectly, right? He's settled into the role perfectly at this point, and he's ready to go. He's ready to go up in everybody's lives. He's ready to be a nuisance. He thinks that he's trolling people for some reason, like as if Cyrax and Tofiachu are trolling people, or as if he's trolling people. Him being a creepy old man on TikTok, making everybody think he's a weirdo, isn't trolling anybody. I don't know how many times I have to reiterate that. He isn't trolling anybody. Just because people get angry and dislike you doesn't mean you're trolling them. That's not how trolling works. I don't think you understand, man. Just because somebody makes a video about you and you're creepy and you're weird doesn't mean that you need to be commenting on their video. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you should be in the comments. Sometimes people make videos on really nasty people like you, and they don't want people like you in their comments. They have a right to ban you, man. You don't have to complain about it and throw like a hissy fit. It's really not that big of a deal that you're getting like 10% less attention than you would if you weren't banned from the comment section. You know what I mean? You're just mad because your videos get like 10 views when you're not talking about me. It's crazy, dog. Do something else, man. So then this dude goes on to ask for my docs, Major Chilla's docs, and also Kiwi Tapes' docs. I don't think he understands that this is a crime, right? Like, I don't think he gets it. You can't just dox people. It's a crime, you dumbass. Like, you can't just get people doxed and think that that's cool. That's not how the internet works. You're out here saying that you're going to sue me for slander and you're going to get the police involved and what I'm doing is illegal, this, that, and the other, right? But yet, you yourself are trying to get a bunch of creators doxed. First of all, Major Chilla has nothing to do with you. Major Chilla hasn't even talked about you. So to go and try to threaten to dox him is crazy. Neither has Kiwi Tapes. So what's the point? Why are you mad? You're mad because they're talking about other PDF files like you? Is that why you're angry?
So I'm going to do a PSA right now. If anyone has any concrete proof or concrete evidence of who the Leaping Lemur is, Major Chilla, Kiwi Tapes, any of them really, send me a picture of what they look like, along with their home address, everything I can use to actually verify that it's them, and I'll give you a reward of $50. We're going to see how close your type circle of friends really is, Lemur. Once we nail down who you really are, there might be extra payments in the future. Now, I know some of you are going to think, well, Uncle Gums is a dumbass. We'll just send him any picture off the internet. Now, this is why I'm asking for concrete proof. Because if things don't add up, then I'll know you're all lying to me. And it won't be multiple people getting paid, just one person who has the correct information first that gets a hold of me. I'll put my contact information on this. My contact information will be on this video. It'll be my snap. I had it publicly on TikTok. And if you're absolutely rude when you snap me, you're going to get blocked. Dumbasses. I know some of you are going to try acting like you're females trying to set me up and shit. Man, it's not going to work. That's another thing I want to talk about. Y'all think I'm in it to get laid.
It kind of is.
The other locals might be desperate for a female's attention.
Boyfriend,
but not
free
me.
girlfriend.
Not your
Free
Uncle
girlfriend,
Gums.
free boyfriend.
I think that's a lot of the problem with Lemur. And a lot of the trolls. They see me as an old desperate guy. Think, well, he must be on here trying to get young girls because he can't get women his own age. So we gotta make that a fact.
Got the ball allegations.
When you know you're only lying, you're just throwing things out to see what sticks. And congratulations if nobody rats you out. But I'm sure someone will. I'm sure you pissed off someone in your life.
This dude's a complete idiot. Like I said earlier, nobody's gonna dox me for $50. It's not worth it, dude. Maybe if you put up like $1,000 or something where you actually had some money, somebody might consider it. I don't know. But either way, there's not a lot of people that actually know enough information online to dox me. Like, Chilla doesn't even know how my face looks. I don't know how his looks. It's just not very, like, customary for people in our field to just start sharing their face and personal information with whoever they meet. So I've just never done that before. The same goes with a creator like Kiwi Tapes. Homie's not just gonna give out his personal information. He's not giving people his face, his address. Like, this just doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense for somebody who makes videos like us to do that. It would be a death sentence, basically, right? You're just asking to get doxxed at that point. I mean, you might be able to figure out my first name, but I've said it before anyway. It's not really that big of a deal. I don't care. Like, a lot of creators give out their first name. Not that big of a deal at all. But nobody's gonna have like my address for you, my first and last name. They're not gonna know like any crazy identifying information about me because I don't give my information out online. Listen to this dude. He's already, like I said earlier, comparing himself to Tofiachu and Cyrax. He's talking about how much of a lolcow he is. He's saying that he's going to be doing like lolcow versus trolls and shit like that, right? He's making
Most
this like
of the
whole
time, the
big
troll
deal
wins
where the
against the
lolcows have to
lolcow.
come
Rarely
together
do a
and they
lolcow
have to
ever
like
win.
take charge and take their life back on some real Cyrax type shit, right? I mean, that's basically what Uncle Gums has turned into. He's like my own Cyrax, where I can just mess with this dude. I could talk about how he diddles kids because it's true, he wants to diddle kids, and then he gets angry and talks about suing me, just like Chance would to like Music Biz Marty, basically. Now, while something like doxing isn't a direct federal crime, I'm sure if I looked into your jurisdiction, they have some cybercrime laws. Usually most jurisdictions do. So while it might not be federally illegal for you to be doing this, it's definitely illegal.
Depends on state to state. It depends on a lot on state to state and whether or not it's a commonwealth. Given that Uncle Gum stuff is out there, the particular state he's in is a commonwealth. So I believe the laws are a lot different and are usually a lot more harsher for what I remember. So I would say that you have to look into the actual state and then county, and then go from there. And then most of that particular state, again, they're a lot more
in
harsher,
some aspect for you
especially
to
on
be doing
criminals.
this. You shouldn't be looking for
The
people's
reason I know that
addresses.
is
You shouldn't
because
be
of
trying to dox
shit
them
like
online. And then beforehand to say
divorce.
that you were gonna sue me, that's wild, dude. You're insane. You're saying that you're gonna sue me for defamation while you're literally trying to dox me. What are you doing at this point? That's a lolcow 101, man. Rules for thee, but not for me type shit, right? So we'll have to see where this Uncle Gum saga goes. I'm hoping this is the last video I have to make on the dude, but obviously he keeps going. I'm hoping that after I expose his Instagram page and show you guys that he's actually been talking to minors even before this whole Uncle Gums thing came to fruition, that you guys will understand how bad of a person he is. You know, more people will kind of egg him on, and hopefully eventually he'll leave the internet, or, you know, he'll do it himself on some Cyrax type shit. I mean, Cyrax hasn't been around in like 3 weeks, so homie's actually been gone for a while. Hopefully we can get Uncle Gums to do the same thing, but it takes a lot of work. I mean, it took like years and years for Chance to finally start slowing down a little bit. He's still around here and there, but homie is definitely
fair, it
like,
took
fed
almost
up with
like
the whole
2
trolling
decades
shit,
to,
and
like,
for real this time. Like, it's
tame
not just some
Crit Chain.
dramatic thing he's doing. Cyrax is gone, but that's a whole nother thing, right? And the reason I keep comparing this dude to Cyrax is because they like fall into the same cycle. They're very similar. You've seen Uncle Gums be super confident. He acted like it was his plan all along to get caught. And then when things start going bad for him, then he makes this video where he's talking about how he's gonna sue me and shit, how he gets all angry. He's doing the same type of shit that Chance would do. Try to egg on Music Biz Marty, and then when shit doesn't go his way, he starts crying about it and saying how they ruined his life, basically. But with that being said, y'all, that's the end of this video. This one took me a long time to make. I've been sitting on this Uncle Gums content for a while. I've been waiting for him to like really go off. And today, with that whole doxing fiasco, man, homie's like really digging himself into a hole. If he keeps messing with people, soon enough, he's gonna mess with the wrong person, and they're gonna end up really fucking him over. If anything, I've gone kind of light on the guy, you know what I mean? But eventually, once he starts messing with the big dogs, shit's gonna start going bad for him. He's just gonna have to wait and see. But if you guys enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That all helps out in the algorithm. If you watched all the way to the end, you're the best. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
And with that saying on my end, I think that's gonna be. We're gonna just wrap up the stream now. We've been streaming for a good hour and 45 minutes, or almost 2 hours. 2 hour. I could fill a bus for the next 15 minutes, and do that. I probably won't. I hope everybody's Friday is going good. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream as always. I hope everybody liked the content I've been producing in the last couple of weeks. I want to thank the guy from early this morning who helped push the channel to a Hunger 60 sub. Thank you, man. That appreciate it and has made my day a lot better. That really helps me a lot. Right? And also the people who like, share, and comment on my stream and view my stream. Thanks so much for that. Right? It's been like 2 weeks since I started streaming on a consistent basis. And I really do appreciate the help and support from the people who have gone out of their way to do that for me. And with that saying, I hope everybody have a great day, a great morning, and even a better afternoon. I hope you guys like everything I've done today. I know I usually stream in it for 2 hours. I think we stream for what I wanted to do. And with that being said, till next time, guys. Be safe. Have a good time. Have a good day. God bless, and cue the outro.